Welcome to my channel. It's your girl AC the Mogul, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about the time I got pulled over when I was working with CR England and how I got out the ticket. Who paid for the ticket? How I didn't have nothing on my license after getting a ticket. Why did I even get pulled over? Let's get into it. This particular day, I was driving, obviously, in a truck. My GPS asked me to go straight forward. However, there was a sign there that said no trucks allowed, but I went down that street a few times and I knew I could make it happen. Like, it wasn't a big deal. The street was kind of narrow, but I went down that street a lot of times, so I didn't think nothing of it. This particular, I was like, you know what, this is the way it's telling me to go. I done already been down this street. I don't see why they say no trucks. Like, just make it happen. I could turn wide enough, bend a curve, make it happen. That's what I did. I went on the street where it said no trucks allowed, made my turn onto that narrow street. As soon as I bust that turn and got my trailer all the way onto the other street. Woo. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, are y'all kidding me? Like, my trailer didn't dip off in the ditch. Like, I bust the turn, you know, but the law says, you know what the law says. The law says no trucks allowed, right? So yeah, he pulls up and I insert the clips here.
Morning.
Good morning.
Sergeant Spade, State Patrol, need to hold your driver's license, please. I need you to hold your registration and step on back to the back of your truck.
Why are you having me exit? I'm good. Why are you having me exit the vehicle?
Risk getting hit, so that's why I'm
Okay.
getting out of the car. Mrs. Miles, what are we doing traveling on these side roads that says no tractor trailers?
This is the GPS that my company
You know
gave
what
me.
the GPS says. You know what the traffic control says. You just turned left here and you saw another one, right? Did you pay attention to that one?
So as you can hear, he really didn't ask me that question because he actually wanted me to answer it. He definitely cut me off, which is why I wanted to be like, and did see it, and did, but I ain't do that.
I ended up going to court for the ticket. You know, make sure your girl looked good when I showed up. Waited till it was my turn. Court full of people. Before you see the judge, you gotta talk to either the defense attorney or the prosecutor. I spoke to the defense attorney and I told him, hey, like, I forgot what they was trying to charge me with, but it was something that was gonna end up on my license, on my CDL and my regular license. So I was like, you know what? Is there a way that you can make it so that it don't show up on those? He was like, well, you can reduce it down, but it's still gonna show up on your CDL. It just won't show up on your license. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to the prosecutor if you can't help me. So I went and spoke to the prosecutor and I'm like, hey, you know, you guys said you would reduce it, which I'm grateful for that, but it's still gonna show up on my CDL. Like, and I'm a driver, I need my CDL. I need to be able to get another job. Like, I need that to be clear. Oh, well, that's the best we can do. You know, what deal do you want to make? So at first I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna plead NOLO. For those of y'all that don't know what NOLO is, it's something that's in the state of Georgia. That means you're not saying that you're guilty, you're not saying that you're not guilty. You just saying it happened, it is what it is, but I'm not saying I'm guilty or not guilty. But you can only use that one time in 5 years. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna use NOLO. I had signed the paperwork like that's, you know, I was gonna take the deal. And I thought about it like, no, I really wanna try to get this off my license. So I was like, you know, I went back to them, took the paperwork back. I'm like, can I just speak to the judge? So the judge calls me up in front of everybody in the crowd. And I'm like, hey, you know, looking all cute, you know. I'm like, I'm a truck driver, and the prosecutor and the defense said that they could reduce the ticket. However, with me even pleading NOLO and then reducing the ticket, it's still gonna show up on my CDL. Like, is there any way you could offer me something to where it doesn't show up on my CDL? And at first he was like, no, you know, if that's all they got, that's the best we can do. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So I'm like, dang, you know. So then the lady next to him, she leans over. So he's like, hold on for a second. So she over there like this, whispering in his ear. I don't know what she's saying, right? And I'm like, oh, look at God. And he get back on the mic and he was like, okay, you could fight it and come to court with proof that you didn't see the sign, or that your GPS led you down that road. Because that's what I said. I said my GPS took me down that road, but it had a no truck sign. He was like, you could fight it. And I was like, there's no way I could bring my truck GPS in here from the truck and show y'all that it told me to go down this road. Like, I can't do that. So me trying to fight it don't make sense. I'm like, is there anything you could do? So like I said, the lady whispers over into his ear, give him some sweet nothings. Then he got back on the mic and he like, he was looking like he didn't want to do it. He was like, well, Miss Miles, this is what we're gonna do for you. We're gonna give you the fine. We're gonna reduce it down to a parking ticket. I was like, ooh, thank y'all so much. I was like, God is good. Thank you, because this was gonna affect my license. I really appreciate it. And I was like, if you look at my history, I have not had no tickets here in the last 5 years. I have not, and I don't wanna, and this way I didn't even have to use my NOLO either. So I still got a NOLO that I can use if I ever get into any trouble. God willing, I won't. But it's still there, and that makes me really happy. So when I left there, I told CR England, because I'm like, now I got like $100 and something fine. So I told him, I said, you know, y'all truck told me to go down this way. Like, why should I have to pay for this? And they was like, oh no. I brought it up in the staff meeting. They were like, send us the ticket and we'll pay it. And I'm like, really? You know, like I said, CR England, y'all, that's how y'all giving it up? I'm like, y'all gonna pay it for me. He sure did. I gave him a screenshot of the ticket and they paid it. And I was like, okay, I completely got out of that ticket. Like, God's good. I completely got out of that being on my license, out of not having to use my NOLO, and completely got out of paying the fine for the ticket. So I was like, you know what? Got to be more careful. From now on, I make sure that I look at the signs, and I feel like I don't be wanting to turn down no signs that say no trucks. I'll be looking. So tune in. You feel me? Thanks for watching. Have y'all ever gotten a ticket this year, 2025 or 2024? Have you gotten a ticket while you was a driver? Did you get out of the ticket? Like, did your company pay for it? Is that something that be happening? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe.